Countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. Evil that men do live after them. The good is often turned with their bones, so let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus has told you Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it were a grievous fault, and grievously has Caesar answered it. Here, under leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honorable man, so are they all honorable men. Come I to speak at Caesar's funeral. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms the general coffers did fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When that the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. You all did see that on the Lupercal I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambitious? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and sure, Brutus is an honorable man. Here I am to speak not what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for him?
I have of late, but wherefore I know not, lost all my mirth and forgone all customs of exercise. But indeed it goes so heavily with my disposition that I find myself in a stale promontory, that this most excellent canopy of the air, this brave oar hanging, this most majestic roof fretted with golden fire, why it appears nothing more to me than a congregation of vapors. What a piece of work is man, how noble in reason, how infinite in faculty, how express and moving, how informed and moving, how expressed, how admirable, how an action like an angel, how an apprehension like a god. The beauty of the world delights not me.
Now is the winter of our discontent made glorious summer by this son of York, and the clouds that have lowered on our house in the deep bosom of Lake Goerge lie. And now our bows bound with victorious leaves, and our stern alarums to delightful measures, and our dreadful marches to delightful tunes. And now the grim visage of war has wiped his wrinkled front and clambers dimly into a lady's bedchamber. But I am not shaped for sportive tricks, nor made to court an amorous looking glass. I am rudely stabbed, and want love's majesty to camper before a wanton chamberlain nymph. I am disformed, disfigured, sent before my time into this greedy world scarce hath made up. And how shall I be so loathsome and unfashionable that dogs bark as I stop before them? What, in this time of piping weak peace, pleasures have I to pass the time except to spy my shadow in the sun and to catch my own deformity? No, if I therefore cannot prove myself a lover in this time and court and entertain well fair-spoken days, then I am determined to prove myself a villain and hate these idle pleasures. I have laid plots, seductions dangerous, through drunken prophecy, libel and dreams. I have set my brother Clarence and the king in deadly hate one against the other. And if King Edward should prove as true and just as I am subtle, treacherous and false, this day should see Clarence closely mewed up about a prophecy which says that a certain G of Edward's heir the murderer be. But hush, here Clarence comes.
I see before me the handle toward my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou simply a dagger of the mind, false conceived through the proceeding of the heat oppressed brain? I see thee now in form as palpable as this which I draw now. Thou measurest me in the way that I was going, and the instrument which I was to use. Blade I see now, and the dudgeon is covered in gouts of blood, which was never covered thee so. Was never so.
That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them. Or to die, to sleep, no more. And by sleep, to say we end the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to, 'tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrongs, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of deprised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, when he himself might his quietest make with a bare bodkin? Who would these smartles bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but for the fear of something after death, the undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others we know not of. Thus conscience doth make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with a pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pith and moment in this regard their currents turn awry and lose the name of action.
Blow wind and crack your cheeks! Rage! Blow! You cataracts and hurricanes, spout till you have drenched our steeples, drowned the cocks! You sulphurous, thought-executing fires! Thought couriers to oak-cleaning thunderbolts! Singe my white head! You all-shaking thunder, smite flat the rotundity of the world, crack nature's mold, German spirit once that make ingrateful man. Rumble thy belly full, spit fire, spout rain, nor wind, rain, fire, thunder are my daughters. I tax not you, you elements, with unkindness. I never gave you kingdom, called you children. You owe me no subscription. Then let fall your horrible pleasure. Here I stand, your slave, a poor, infirm, weak, and despised old man. But yet, I call you servile ministers, that have, with 2 pernicious daughters, joined your high-engendered battles against a head so old and white as this. Oh, 'tis foul!
Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty face, from day to day, the last syllable of recorded time. All our yesterdays have lighted fools to the path, to dusty death. Out, brief candle! Life is but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage. Life
You're good.
sound and fury, signifying nothing.
You can go around. That's fine.
All the world is stage, and all the men and women in it merely players. They have their entrances and their exits, and one man, his time plays many parts. His act being 7 ages. First, the infant, newly
Come by. It's not a problem.
yoked in the nurse's arms, and then the wise boy with his satchel and his shining warning face, creeping like a snail unwillingly to swarm, and then the lover sighing like furnace and making a woeful valley to his mistress's eyebrow, and then the soldier, quick in jealousy, bearded like the pard, seeking to bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth, and then the justice with brown
You're fine.
belly and good paper eyes, with beard of formal cut and severe eyes, full of wise saws and modern instances. And so he plays his part. The 6th age slips into lean and slippered pantaloons. Your world too wide for his shrunk shank, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His big manly voice turned to youthful treble pipes and whistles in his sounds. The last stage of all that ends this strange, eventful history is mere oblivion and second childishness. Son's teeth, son's taste, son's eyes, son's everything.
If we shadows have offended, think of this, and all is mended. That you have but slumber here while it is written. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding, but a drink. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am, an honest luck. If we have honest luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the prophet, a liar called. So, good night unto you all. Your hands of baby friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
We are Random Acts of Shakespeare. We perform flash mob Shakespeare. If you like us, find us on Facebook. We are accepting donations to do more of this. If you like us, tell your friends. Again, we are Random Acts of Shakespeare. Thank you.
Thank you!